hand on to keep his mouth shut. He used to have steering problems, but only when going right-handed. Today he's going left, and I was most impressed with this horse last time at Newbury. On that occasion, over 2.5 miles, he won very easily from Nod Form. In fact, he won by 25 lengths. I don't think that was Nod Form's true form, but nevertheless, Chatham was most impressive, and I think that this is a very live danger to the favourite here. Going down, Garrison Savannah and Night Oil. Garrison Savannah in front. One of Jenny Pitman's two runners, Ben DeHaan rides. And the stable seem to think that Garrison Savannah has, well, not an equal chance to the favourite, but a very, very live chance. They say there's little between these two horses. He's blinkered, as he is lately. But behind him, or in front of him now, is Night Oil from Oliver Sherwood's stable. Mark Richards has the ride. And this one is blinkered for the first time. I was talking to poor old Jamie Osborne before racing. He did his collarbone yesterday off cruising altitude, and he said they'd been saving the blinkers for this very moment. They didn't want to use them up until they had to, and today is the most important time with £40,000 going to the winner. There's a lot to play for here. Well, he unseated his rider last time out, Night Oil. That was behind Garrison Savannah at Warwick on February the 21st, but previously he'd won over 3.25 at Uttoxeter, you know, and also won at Toaster, so he stays well enough. 7 is the committee. Let's have a look at the market.
And the committee, one of the outsiders, 18-1 and drifting all the time. Royal Athlete 5-4 favourite, Chatham 7-2. Touring Prince is on 8-1, and Night Oil has gone out to 9s. Mixed Blends and Rifle Range 12-1. Garrison Savannah is 14-1. The committee 18-1, and All Jeff 33-1.
Big race this. I can remember it being abandoned one year when they used to hold it, the race after the Gold Cup, and everyone was so happy they were still in one piece after the Gold Cup. They're only too pleased to not go around in novices. Well, nearest to us is All Jeff, and on the far side is the favourite, which, a lovely big horse. I was fortunate enough for Jenny Pitman to let me sit on this horse, the favourite, Royal Athlete, only last week, and he's a lovely big horse to sit on. You've got a lot of rein in front of you, big long neck, and you certainly need it when he belts the odd fence, but he's got a lot of scope in him and can come up nicely. 5-4 favourite from 11-8. I was fortunate enough to win this race a long time ago on Killiney, who was a very great horse. Sadly, we'll never know how good he was because he was killed at Ascot. But this horse looks incredibly good condition for what is his biggest performance to date, and this is the smallest field since Killiney won this race in 1973. Mark, of course, got his mind very much on the job here as to what to do. He had him covered up last time when he was brought down because he was running on a right-handed course, and this is another horse who prefers to go left-handed, and he was brought down at Kempton. Mark was really kicked to pieces. That he came back last week and had 3 winners from 4 rides in excellent fettle. Well, do you know, this horse was originally bought at Tattersall's Island sale for 10,500 guineas from Rathmore Stud, but he got a leg after running in a bumper, and Jenny Pitman sold him on to his present owner in the stables for only £1,500. Gary Johnson, who is a car dealer amongst other things, picked him up and was prepared to stay with a horse with a leg. He fired him and put him away, and is reaping his just rewards. I hope he gets his just desserts today with this £40,000 prize in his pocket. Now that is number 7, the committee, who we looked at earlier on, running for Corcoran Enterprises Limited. Mickey Flynn is the jockey here. Mickey's not a chap that we've seen over riding in England a lot, but anyway, he wasn't riding the committee last time. Conor O'Dwyer was on board at Leopardstown when he was second to Carvillo. Now, on that occasion, he was beaten 12 lengths in a 2.5 mile novice chase, but prior to that, he'd run well behind Welcome Pin, only beaten 2 lengths. The committee also ran second to Blitzkrieg, so you can see he's dying to get back into winning figures. And he's by Daring Rose. Now, Daring Rose is making a big name for himself as a stallion. Do you remember Fred Winter used to train him for Peter Saville, and he was a horse that was a monkey as a racehorse. He used to pull himself up here at Cheltenham, and then John would nurse him and then persuade him to go on. Well, he's proving to be a very good stallion now. That's the committee. Well, the punters here should be delighted today. There's thousands and tens of thousands of them. The favourites going in, apart from the last winner, of course, they should be lining their pockets at the moment. Hardly a spot of grass there apart from the course. Thank goodness there is some there. This is always a particularly good race, 9 of them and a lot of fancy runners. Let's go with Peter.
19 fences to be jumped in rifle range. The leader as they come to the first, with Turin Prince and Night Oil towards the stand side. Garrison Savannah and Royal Athlete. Then All Jeff and Mixed Blends, the committee, and Chatham just the back marker, and Night Oil now the clear leader. Night Oil from rifle range and Turin Prince as they race towards the next. Night Oil lands a long way clear of rifle range and Turin Prince, and then All Jeff and Royal Athlete on the inside, Mixed Blends on the outer, then Garrison Savannah, the committee, and Chatham. Coming to the third, and Blinket. Night Oil jumps it clear of rifle range and Turin Prince. Royal Athlete and All Jeff. Garrison Savannah, Mixed Blends, the committee, and Chatham as they run to the water. Night Oil, Turin Prince and rifle range on the inside, Royal Athlete and Garrison Savannah, and now the first of the ditches. Night Oil. All safely over it. Another plain one before the second ditch. Number 6. Night Oil from rifle range and Turin Prince on the outside. Then comes Royal Athlete and Garrison Savannah. All Jeff was dropped back to last, but only just. Almost upsides Chatham now, as over this ditch. Night Oil lands in the lead from rifle range and Turin Prince and Royal Athlete and Garrison Savannah, and then Mixed Blends. And then the committee, then Savandoulois and All Jeff as they begin the run downhill on this first circuit. Night Oil maintaining his very strong gallop ahead of rifle range, the gap to Turin Prince. Then comes Royal Athlete and Garrison Savannah and Mixed Blends. Then the committee, All Jeff and Savandoulois. The 8th. All safely over it. Night Oil from Turin Prince. Rifle range on the inside. On the outer, All Jeff coming to join them. Mixed Blends there. And Royal Athlete a fall up. Royal Athlete has gone there. Royal Athlete's continuing riderless. He's unscathed. And over the 10th, rifle range has come to dispute it now. Riders up all right. Night Oil back in the lead from Turin Prince and rifle range. Then on the inside, Chatham with Garrison Savannah, Mixed Blends, and behind them the committee and All Jeff. Over the 11th, Night Oil from rifle range and Turin Prince. Mistake there by All Jeff. Chatham improving on the inside, goes 4th. Just ahead of Garrison Savannah and the committee, and Mixed Blends going well on the outside. All Jeff the back marker and Night Oil the leader. Over the 12th, Night Oil, he didn't jump that fluently. Rifle range did, has the advantage now as they come to the water for the last time. Rifle range from Turin Prince on the outside. Night Oil on the inner, Garrison Savannah, then Chatham, and then Mixed Blends getting closer, the committee, and finally All Jeff, a ditch. Rifle range lands in the lead. Turin Prince on the outside, Night Oil on the inner. 5 left to jump. Garrison Savannah close, and Mixed Blends in the committee also. And Night Oil very nearly went at that one, and Turin Prince has gone to the front at this point. Turin Prince approaches the final ditch in the lead from Mixed Blends for Ireland and the committee for Ireland. Very close to Turin at the final ditch. Turin Prince doesn't jump it immaculately, but is still in the lead. Bad mistake by rifle range, who drops back last, and All Jeff has now moved second. Mixed Blends is third. as they begin the run downhill. Turin Prince with the advantage from All Jeff and Mixed Blends, with 3 left to jump now. And Chatham is coming there strongly towards the outside. A wide open race as they come down to the third last. Turin Prince on the right of the picture, just the leader at the third last, lands over it from the committee. And All Jeff is a faller there. Turin Prince on the inside, Chatham on the outside, the committee between horses at the second last now. Turin Prince on the inside, Chatham on the outside, the committee between horses, Garrison Savannah, Night Oil is a faller, Mixed Blends is 5th, rounding the home turn now. Turin Prince and Ronnie Began towards the right on the near side. Chatham between horses, the committee. Garrison Savannah getting into the picture too. The committee with the sheepskin noseband lands right upsides Garrison Savannah as Turin Prince weakens and Garrison Savannah goes on. So the stable companion of Royal Athlete is driving away now from the committee and racing up towards the line. Garrison Savannah wins the Center Lions Novices Chase. The committee is second. Third is Chatham. 4 is Turin Prince, and 5 is Mixed Blends. So the result, first number 3, Garrison Savannah, owned by Auto 4 Engineering, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pittman and ridden by Bender Hahn.